I'm TJ Miracle. We apologize in advance for those on the YouTube channel and on Hobbs America with a packed gym and everybody on their cell phone. But take Saturday, and that is also been canceled.
Yeah, it's amazing.
3 possessions.
Right.
That's all. That's the difference between 4 and 6, and 7 and 3, and 5 and 1.
So, a little lopsided. I can't Eunice, today because they're again.
There's only 2 and 4 on the season, so I mean they've lost some games. They're trying to make as many of them up this week as they can. Of course, this game was scheduled for during that layoff originally, but coming into it, the Wildcats they actually turned it on and they pulled away from Goddard. That's been one of the things that we've talked about is they get up and then they. And really going to try and make one more statement that, hey, even though we lost that game, we're still a better than 500 team.
Right.
And, they're going to try and make a case when the committee meets on Saturday night to be that 8th team in. There's about 6 to this one, and Eunice no slouches, and Eunice is incredibly young. I was going over their roster earlier.
Right.
I think they have 1 senior on this team, and that's Hayden Dean, who it seems like, or 2 seniors, Hayden Dean and TJ Martinez and Adrian Perez. But
yeah, 3.
It seems like we've been calling Hayden Dean's name when we've done Eunice games.
Forever, yeah.
On the basketball court, baseball diamond.
Looking for their stepping up. Basketball season, state basketball.
We'll see what happens as the teams head back to their respective sidelines. We are getting ready for the start of this one, so we will take a timeout, come back with the opening possession. This is Lovington Wildcat basketball on Z94 KZOR. And welcome back to Joe Langston Gym and Eunice getting ready for the start of this non-district matchup in the final game of the season for the Lovington Wildcats as the teams huddle around their coaches. Of course, the Cats under second-year boys head coach Casey Pack, the Eunice Cardinals under head coach Mason McBee. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle, Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. So final thoughts as we get ready for this one tonight, Dawn.
My thoughts are that I'm just making sure the camera is set and my score bug is set, and just anxious to get this final game for Lovington underway. Say good luck to the Wildcats.
So it looks like they are going to introduce the team, so we'll take another 90-second timeout, come back. This is Wildcat basketball on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. Back here at Joe Langston Gym as Eunice introduced the Cardinals. They did not introduce the Wildcats. On the floor for the Cats, you got Kobe Sandoval, Jared Jeffrey, Isaac Henson. Also getting the start tonight, senior Michael Caldillo. And I'm trying to catch the other number. Oh, it'll be Tatum Hilliard. So that'll be your starting five tonight for your Lovington Wildcats. We will pick up the Cardinals as we go. So it'll be Jeffrey to inbound, and we are underway from here in Eunice, as they'll work it onto the right baseline to Caldillo, out around to Tatum Hilliard. He'll take it from the right to the left, back to the right wing for three, and Sandoval, bang! Just like that, the Cats get it started 3-0 here early. It'll be Eunice basketball. Full court press is on, almost stolen away. It will quickly on a 5-0 run. Full court press is on as they will bounce it to Jorge Ontiveros, and he'll travel, and two quick turnovers forced by the Cats on the Cards, Dawn.
Yeah, good defensive pressure by Lovington right away. Definitely a factor in that turnover.
So it'll be Lovington basketball. It'll be Hilliard to inbound from the left baseline. It is tipped and stolen away. Turnover for the Cats. Cardinals will bring it back down, as controlling the ball will be Jorge Ortega. Ortega will leave it off. Driving it in will be Thompson, and he'll leave it off in the left corner. They'll feed it into number 23. That's on Taveros. He'll leave it up short, and the rebound going to be made by Hilliard. Hilliard brings it up the far sideline. It's in the left wing. They'll work it around to Sandoval. Right wing for three, and that one will be too hard. Ortega leaving off in the court and right up into he loses the basketball. Full control. Turnover. The Cards. Bringing it back down for the Cats and tossing it over. Henson, left corner for three. And the rebound going to be brought down by Tercero. Marcus Tercero. That'll be his first rebound. 6.5 to go, a 5-0 lead for the for the Cats over the Cards. Toss it around to Ortega, left wing for three, and bang! That one's good for Jorge Ortega. So 5-3, Eunice cuts it down to a one-possession ball game with 6:20 to go in the first. Hilliard to the front court to Henson. In front of this bench, top of the arc to Sandoval to Hilliard. Long court pass to Henson. Drives. He'll toss it back out. Thinking about making the move as Sandoval gets a little screen from Hilliard. Now to Jeffrey in the right corner for three, and bang! Jared Jeffrey hits the tray, and it's 8-3. 2 minutes gone here in the first. Lovington up. Now coming back. Full court press is on again. Lovington playing very tight. Tercero has it. He'll leave it off for Ortega. Or, pardon me, that's on Taveros, and he'll be fouled. Nope, he's going to be a timeout called by Coach Mason McBee. 5:47 to go in the first. It's Lovington 8, Eunice 3. We're back in 30 on Z94 KZOR. Back here at Joe Langston Gym, the Lovington Wildcats up 8-3 here early. 5:47 to go in the first. It'll be Cardinal basketball out of the Eunice timeout. And inbounding, it'll be Ontiveros. He'll get it in, then he'll get it right back. Ontiveros to Ortega, almost losing the basketball. Tercero will save it in front of the Lovington bench. Toss it back to Ontiveros. Drives in, gets it back door to a cut. Ortega, who will lay it up and in. Ortega with all 5 points for the Cardinals. It is 8-5. To Sandoval. He'll take it in on the right baseline, drive in, now kick it out left corner for three. Henson on the way, that one not going to fall on the rebound made by Sandoval. He was fighting hard for it underneath with Ontiveros. The Cats will reset it and start it back around to Sandoval. NBA 3, right wing on the way, not going to go. And the rebound going to be brought down by Eunice. That was Tercero who got it. They'll work it. They'll take it into the deep left corner, trying to save it and managing to save it. Ontiveros to Ontiveros. Now to Thompson. Takes it to the left block, and he'll just have to work it back around. To Ontiveros for three on the way, top of the arc. Not going to go, and the rebound going to be made by Henson, his first. Henson will give it to Hilliard. That's been quite the duo this season. To Jeffrey, left corner for three, and that one is off the glass and right into the hands of one of the Cardinals. That is Jorge Ortega, his second board. 8-5, 4.5 to go here in the first. Lovington in the lead. Ontiveros will run the point for the Cardinals. Uses up the dribble, tosses near side to Tercero. Work it inside, and a wild shot up by Ontiveros. No good, and the rebound going to be made by Henson. Henson will bring it back down in front of the Eunice and Lovington benches. To Sandoval. Back out to Jeffrey, and they'll just work it around. To Kobe, bounce pass to Caldillo. In the right corner, back over to Sandoval. They'll get it to Jeffrey in front of the Eunice bench. 4 minutes to go. High flip pass. They'll work it out to Hilliard, now to Jeffrey. Now to Sandoval. They're just going to play keep away here. Henson, one dribble, and then over to Jeffrey. Jeffrey will drive in. Ontiveros on him. He'll move it back out to Henson. 3:50 to go. Playing stall at this point. 2 go on the left. And again, they're just going to work around. Hilliard from the left wing for three. That one is going to be off the mark, and Tercero has his third rebound of this first quarter. 3.5 to go as they burned a couple of minutes off the clock just playing keep away right there. Ontiveros into the front court. Bad pass. Will throw it away. Don't think Casey Pack is eligible to get that one. That'll be the fourth turnover for the Cardinals. Give it back to the Cats.
If there's something that Lovington has struggled with this season, sometimes it has been getting inside, moving inside, and taking shots in the paint. And they have really relied a lot on their outside shooting this season.
They have some subs coming in for the Wildcats as Olivas and Villalobos check in for Lovington. Jeffrey will control it. They'll work it around to Hilliard. Hilliard tossing cross court to Jeffrey, and he'll toss it back to Tate. They're just going to catch now to get involved. Jeffrey uses the dribble through the line. Looks like they're just convinced they're going to kick out. Villalobos on the 1:50 to go here in the first. The Cats in the lead. To the front court with Ortega. Tries to get it underneath to Ontiveros. He'll control it, go up, and be fouled. The shot won't go. Whistle that one on Olivas, his first personal, first team foul on Lovington. And so Ovi Ontiveros to the line for two.
This is the first time to the line for anybody tonight.
It is. Ontiveros bends the knees, puts up his first, and it'll clang off the front of the iron. No good. 2:47 to go in the first. Jeffrey will check out. Checking in his place will be Javier Contreras.
10-5, your score. Lovington is leading.
Ontiveros missed the first. He'll toe the stripe now. Eyes it, skies it, puts it up, and that one is going to be too hard, off the mark. And the rebound goes. That's Jorge Ontiveros, and he'll put it up and in.
Lovington can't take anything for granted in this game.
They cannot. As it'll be Villalobos working it around to Contreras, to Hilliard, back to Sandoval. Back to Contreras in front of the Eunice bench. Lovington up by 3, 10-7. Villalobos to Hilliard again. Lovington not even really trying to penetrate here. Looks like more or less they're just trying to run the clock.
They're just being very patient.
To Villalobos, left corner. That one is going to be too hard. That one will come down into the hands of Jorge Ontiveros.
It's about the fourth tray attempt in a row that has not fallen.
Ontiveros to Thompson. Thompson will go into the lane, put up a wild shot. It is off the glass and into the hands of Olivas. Eunice, good defense, will drive him out. Lovington will reset with Contreras to Hilliard to ball for three. Right side, that's going to be off the mark by Olivas. Lovington going to reset and retry it here. Contreras deep left corner for three. That one is going to be off the glass. Ball rolls on the floor and into the hands. Ortega to Ontiveros as he'll go hippity hop through the lane and be fouled. He'll head to the line for two. Jorge Ontiveros, 2 points in the ball game. Now he heads to the line with a chance to cut this down to just a 1 point game with 97 seconds to go in the first.
Eunice actually is looking pretty sharp tonight.
Ontiveros at the line. Ontiveros at the line. That's Jorge Ontiveros. Missed the first, puts up the second, and he'll get that one. He's got 3 points. 10-8, it is a one-bucket lead, and so it'll be Enriquez to run the point for Lovington this possession. To Henson, long cross-court pass to Villalobos, to Contreras, back to Henson, right corner for three, and that one is going to be in and out. Rebound by Olivas, his third. He'll reset it with Isaac, who makes it from the top of the key to the right corner, and they'll just work it around. Enriquez drives left base, tosses to Henson, and they'll just continue to work it around. Villalobos, top of the arc, three on the way, and bang!
Beautiful shot.
Joey Villalobos has his first points of the ball game. Full court press is on.
Almost stolen away.
Almost 1 minute remaining. Eunice will get it into the front court, bounce it to Ontiveros, and he's going to be fouled. That'll put Obi Ontiveros back at the line, 2.
Now, Lovington's got to find a way to, try to block those shots going up without fouling everybody.
Call the foul on Contreras, his first personal, second team foul.
They want to be able to clean off the glass to prevent shots or at least get the rebound, but they've got to do it without fouling.
Ontiveros bends the knees, puts up the first, and he is 0 of 3 from the charity stripe. 13-8, Lovington in the lead. As Caldillo will check back in, Olivas heads to the bench. Take a breather. And you're right, Casey Pack getting some of his younger players in, getting them some time tonight. And Caldillo will get the rebound off of the fourth miss by Ontiveros. Give it off to Mason Enriquez into the front court. Mason drives into the paint, loses the handle on the basketball.
Oh.
Second turnover for the Cats, taken away by the Cards. Ontiveros to Ontiveros, playing catch. And it'll be Jorge who brings it into the front court. On him tight is going to be Henson. Ontiveros pivots, gets it away to Ontiveros. Now back over to Ortega. Ortega to Ontiveros, has it swatted away by Henson. Henson will take it back the other way. Isaac coast to coast, and with the left hand off the left glass, it's up and in. Henson with 4 points in the ball game. 20 seconds to go. 15-8, Lovington up by 7. Into Ontiveros in the low post. To the other Ontiveros. Ontiveros. It'll be tipped and stolen away. 6 turnover. Henson to Villalobos. Back to Henson with 7. Toss it out to Enriquez. Now to Contreras in the left corner. Toss it back out. Henson at the buzzer from nearly midcourt, and bang! Isaac Henson means it about halfway in the rings, and the up by 18 after 1. We're in 60 ZOR. Back here, Eunice Allen, the Lovington Wildcats lead the Eunice Cardinals 18-8 with Dawn TJ Miracle, Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. The Cats, a pretty good performance. It didn't feel like an 18-point quarter, but it certainly was. A three-pointer from quite a ways out by Henson right at the buzzer didn't hurt things. So Ontiveros looks to get it in and does right at the 5 count. He'll get it into a cutting Ortega, and the ball will go out of bounds. Whistle, it'll stay. It was tipped out, and so it'll stay Eunice basketball.
Yeah, I believe that was tipped out by Joey Villalobos.
So looking to inbound it, and then it'll be TJ Martinez, and it'll be stolen away on the inbound. 7th turnover for Eunice. They'll give it to Sandoval, who drives, puts it up with it in. 7 points for the senior Sandoval, and the inbound is stolen away by Villalobos. He'll bounce it out. NBA 3, left wing, and that one will just maybe kiss the iron before it goes into the hands of Martinez. Martinez fields it to Ontiveros. He'll put up a little push shot. Then Martinez will get 2, but it'll be saved into Lovington, and they are going to call a
foul away from the.
I don't know if they're calling a foul or if they're saying an inline. Yep, they're saying somebody stepped on the inline.
Okay.
It'll stay Lovington basketball. They're going to say Martinez stepped on the inline. Good hustle, though, to try and save that.
Yeah, it was both teams were fighting hard for that back and forth.
Lovington up no good. Down Eunice as that on Tavares to Jeffrey. Jeffrey of the alley-oop to Hilliard, but just off the glass and just a little out of position. Thompson with his first rebound of the game. Thompson will take it into the front court. Have it taken away by Hilliard. Hilliard gives it off to Villalobos, who puts it off the left glass and up and in. Villalobos now with 5 points in the ballgame, 22-8 in favor of the Wildcats. Pressure is on. Thompson will bounce it to Taveros, brings it to the left block, then back out to Thompson. Top of the arc for three, in and out, and the rebound by Villalobos. And Villalobos.
It to Sandoval, right corner, far, out of bounds, so it's basketball.
Just airmail a little bit, trying for the fast break here. 6 to go first half. 2-8, full court press is on. The dribble in, it will be stolen away, but he steals it right back, but then he'll step out of bounds. So the two teams trade turnovers, 2 in the books there for Eunice, 1 more for Lovington. It'll be blue basketball. As Coach Mason McBee says, all right, timeout, let's talk about this one. 6:22 to go in the first half. It's Lovington 22, Eunice 8. We're back in 30 seconds on Z94 KZOR. Henson from the left side for 3. No good in the rebound by Jeffrey. Jeffrey tries to work through traffic, almost loses the basketball. He'll push it out and they'll reset. Henson to Hilliard on a high pass. Now to Sandoval. He'll drive in on the right side, put it up, and roll it home. Sandoval now with 9 points in the ball game, 26-14. Presses on to Avi Ontiveros, who makes a nifty little move, puts it up, point-blank shot, and the rebound by Hilliard. And Coach Casey Pack going to take a time with 4:10 here. It's Lovington. It's Eunice 4. We're back in Z94 ZOR. Back here in Eunice at Joe Langston Gym, final game of the season for the Lovington Wildcats as they're up over their in-county rival, the Eunice Cardinals, 26-14 with Don Morgan. I'm TJ Miracle, Cat Basketball. Contreras back in, and he'll inbound it to Sandoval. They'll work it from Henson to Hilliard, back out to Contreras, back to Henson. Long cross-court pass to Villalobos. Villalobos to Sandoval. Again, they're just going to play keep away here until they can find the perfect shot. Villalobos left wing for 3. Rebound by Ontiveros. Jorge Ontiveros has 5 boards in the ball game. Leads all the rebounders. Bad pass, almost slow. And they're going to call foul on Ontiveros. His personal first team foul on Eunice. It stays low on basketball. Mason Enriquez will check back in for the Wildcats as Villalobos will take a seat. 3:39 remaining here in the first. So it'll go over to the Eunice Cardinals. So 26-14. Lovington is not even really trying to do anything inside here, Dawn.
No, I'm shocked that they're not actually using Jeffrey in the low post position, really, and they're also struggling with offensive rebounding.
Yeah, they certainly are. Ontiveros picks up the dribble and gets it to Tercero. He splits 2 Cats, and they're going to call a push foul on the Wildcats. Going to call that one on Enriquez. That'll be personal, just team foul. It'll be out for Enriquez on him pretty tight. Thompson gets it around a little behind the head pass. That was interesting. And will bounce it inside. That to Gomez to Thompson. Thompson into the deep right corner. Ontiveros for 3, and it'll rattle home. Jorge Ontiveros. He's got 8 points in the ball game. Leads the way for the Cardinals. 26-17. Henson to Enriquez. Right side for 3, and bang! The freshman rattles it home. His first bucket of the ball game, 29-17. Bounds, and it goes to Thompson. That'll be the third over for Eunice, and it'll be basketball. Gets to inbound from the baseline. to Enriquez, to Jeffrey, top of the arc for three. That one going to be short, nobody in the neighborhood, and Gomez will get it, but the Cats will steal it right back to Enriquez. He goes, going to fall on the rebound made by Caldillo, who just checked into the ball game. Caldillo to Enriquez, bad pass, and tipped by Tercero, goes out of bounds. It'll be Lovington basketball in their offensive zone. 29-17, checking in for the Cardinals will be Kevin Garcia. He'll go in for Ashton Thompson.
It's going to be Henson inbounding.
Gets it into Hilliard, gives it right back to Isaac, who gives it to Tate and around to Enriquez. As they'll just keep working it around. Now it'll be Hilliard who takes a three from the right corner, and bang! The Cats are just going out on the threes. They lead 32-17, under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Tercero will get it as Lovington will drop back in defense. He'll keep it himself and bring it across midcourt. Enriquez comes out, gives him a little bit of space. He tries a crossover, almost loses it, picks it back up, and then he gets his pocket picked by Hilliard. As Hilliard will go up, a little underhand scoop, and off the glass, and the rebound made by Henson, and up and in, 9 for Henson. That was almost, I think, a planned play. I have to still give Henson the rebound because it was basically a shot, and a bad pass goes off the legs of Henson as the Cardinals bring it down the other way as Woods will bounce it off of the legs of one of the Cats. Hilliard, as a matter of fact, and it goes out of bounds. Olivas will check into the ball game. Villalobos back in for Lovington, too.
And Hilliard all season long has really worked hard on defense. He really works the steals. He's usually got 2 or 3 steals every game.
He certainly does.
He's pretty bold about it.
Inbound will come to Ontiveros from Woods. Ontiveros uses up the dribble, tosses it into the deep left corner. Cards control, bounce pass. Outside to Garcia, then they'll get it back to Ortega. Ortega feeds it into Gomez, and they'll go out to Ontiveros, top of the arc for three, and it is good. Second tray of the ball game for Jorge Ontiveros. 11 points for Ontiveros, leads all scores. To Hilliard, has the ball tipped, and it'll be stolen away. 5th turnover for the Wildcats. They'll move it forward to a breaking Ortega, but he's fouled. His shot doesn't fall, but he'll head to the line for 2. Eunice just 1 of 6 from the free throw line. They're going to whistle the hold foul on Villalobos. That'll be his first personal. Just the 4th team foul on the Cats. 46 seconds to go, first half. Ortega at the line, puts up the first, and it is off the mark. So Eunice definitely having trouble from the stripe tonight, just 1 of 7.
34-20 the score here as we're almost into time. Lovington in the lead.
Second shot for Ortega is up, and he gets that one. He's got 6 points in the ball game. 34-21, 45 seconds. Enriquez to Hilliard. Hilliard throws it into Olivas, has the ball knocked away. His first personal, second team foul. It will be on the floor, though.
Yeah, he slammed the ball down into the floor, but he got hand along with that ball.
So it'll be Enriquez to inbound it from the offensive zone baseline. Gets it to Villalobos in front of the Eunice bench as they'll work it around to Hilliard. Hilliard in the right wing. One dribble, then picks it up. They'll work it back around. Enriquez with 30 seconds to go. Feeds it to the free throw line. Turnaround jumper from there, and off the glass by Hilliard. It's good. Got 7 points all in the second quarter. 36-21, a 15-point lead for the Wildcats. 18 seconds to go as Gomez has it. He'll just have to toss it back to Garcia in the backcourt. Finally get it across right before the 10 count. Try and bounce it underneath. They'll get it in to Gomez, who will toss it back to a breaking Garcia. Puts up a shot, no good. It'll come to Jeffrey. Feeds it forward to Villalobos, who puts up a wicked shot and banks it home at the buzzer. Bang!
That's twice.
Joey Villalobos drains the tray off the glass at the buzzer, and that'll put the Cats up 39-21.
Whoa.
We'll take a 3-minute timeout. Come back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show here on Z94 KZOR. press, really giving Eunice fit. The Cardinals 8 in the first, 18 in the second. That's how they get to their 1 on the board. The page for the Lovington Wildcats got in the books by Kobe Mason. Enriquez. Henson right now leads the rebound with Brigade. He's got Hilliard with 7 points.
When you just practicing, you're not playing, you get a little rusty, but they came to definitely play tonight. And Lovington has run the ball well. Their typical fast-paced, press game that they do well, but they know how to sit on the ball and be patient and wait for a shot too. But they're using an almost exclusively outside shooting game approach to this game today against Eunice. It's interesting how they they got some basketballs tied up in the net over there. They 5 3-point attempts in a row, though. I mean, this score could be much higher, but they were missing those shots, and because they didn't have anybody in position for offensive rebounding, because they're all around the perimeter, Eunice, they got that one look at the basket at a time, and then Eunice would get the ball, and the rebounding could look even higher, and the score could be even higher. If that were not the case for Lovington, as it is, are they playing well? Yes, they are, of course. They're playing well, they're shooting well, but it hasn't been a perfect game, and they've been relying, almost exclusively on their outside game.
Yeah, except when they've gone on the fast break after some of those turnovers, it has been exclusively from beyond the arc pretty much.
When they know that they're going to get down and get into the paint first and be uncontested, then they've gone for the layups, and they've done that, and there have only been a couple of offensive rebounds that Lovington has made. So it's
boys be finishing up tonight. There is still a girls game tomorrow. You'll be at the Friendly Confines Wildcat Gym tomorrow evening as Portales girls come to town. The Portales boys with the COVID case are done for the year, but you'll have that on HobbsAmerica.com and Sports tab, and all Lovington on YouTube. And because of the way the schedule worked out, I'll be heading to Sportsman's Park tomorrow at Veterans Memorial Complex for Lovington and Hobbs baseball.
Yeah, and
4:30 game on that.
As it happens, it's interesting that you get to do the first baseball game. I was able to do the first softball game. The way that things worked out with the scheduling and everything to call the Lovington Hobbs softball game a couple of weeks ago. And that was a Lovington win, so congrats to the Lady Cat softball team. And likewise, I'm sure the Lovington boys are going to try to get their season started.
Will be on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on the Lovington tab at Hobbs. And everything done for all the weekend sports. We still got a lot of weekend sports going. I'll remember to get all those up on our Facebook pages tomorrow, so you know where to go. So that'll wrap Lovington Auto Supply. Know how halftime show. Lovington Auto Supply. 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Get the Napa know-how for your car. Lovington up 39-21 on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. We're back in 60 for the second half. This is Wildcat Basketball on Z94 KZOR. Back here as they go a little bit early, back to the Wildcats as they will have possession to start this second half. To Sandoval on the right wing for three, and bang! Kobe Sandoval picks up right where he left off in the first half, and the Cats draw first blood here in the second half. 42-21, doubling up on Eunice. As Ontiveros will toss it to Thompson, gets it forward, and the ball is going to be stolen away. Henson gets it, feeds it to a breaking Sandoval, and Kobe off the glass, no good, but Hilliard there to clean it up, but his putback won't go. Jeffrey, fortunately, is there with the putback, no good, but it's a foul, and it'll be an offensive foul, if I'm not mistaken. An offense. 6, but it'll be stolen away by Henson and throws it off of the foot of Tercero, but gets him before he can get out of the way of it.
Got a ricochet effect there.
He did. So it'll be on Taveros to inbound from left of his own bucket. He'll toss the high inbound and right into the hands of Hilliard, who gives it off to Henson, who tosses over to Caldillo. Caldillo to Sandoval, right wing for three. That one's going to be short, fighting for the rebound, and Thompson will come away with it. But he'll get his pocket picked by the Cats to Sandoval, drives in, puts it high off the glass, and puts it through. 14 points for Kobe Sandoval. He leads the way for the Wildcats. 44-21, 1 minute gone here in the third period. A 23-point lead for the Cats. Thompson will get the inbound. He'll toss it, and it'll be stolen away by Hilliard, who gives it to Jeffrey for the point. Little and up and in. And that'll be a big run for the Cats, and timeout taken by Eunice. 6:47 to go in the third. It's Lovington 46, Eunice 21. We're back in 60 seconds on Z94 KZOR.
You're clear.
Thank you. Here in Eunice basketball out of the Cardinals timeout. Lovington 7-0 run. Start the second, 46-21. Lovington will pick them up and press as they get into the half court. Now Hilliard on him, and stolen away again by Hilliard, who feeds it to a breaking Henson, who puts it high off the glass and lays it in. He's got 6. So now a 9-0 run to start the quarter, 48-21, and it's almost, and it is stolen away by Henson. Henson to Hilliard to Sandoval with the left hand and misses the point-blank shot, and finally controlling the rebound will be Ontiveros. Ontiveros throws the fastball inside to Ontiveros, and he'll put it up, not gonna fall, and the rebound by Sandoval, his 4th. Kobe into the front court, little jump stop to Tatum in the right wing for 3. That one no good, and the rebound is going to be nobody as Ontiveros got to it but stepped on the end line and goes out of bounds. Olivas Hilliard to inbound it for Lovington. Tatum has had a whale of a season, a whale of a ball game. He'll throw the fastball into Jeffrey, and Jeffrey gets pushed as he gets it, pushes it up off the glass. The shot's no good, and he's fouled. They'll call that on Julius Woods, his second personal, first team foul, and this will be the first opportunity for Lovington at the free throw line tonight. The Jared toes the stripe and puts up the first and rattles it home. He's got 4, make that 6 points. 6 minutes exactly remaining, 49-21. Lovington stretching their legs a little bit.
Jeffrey with a very nice football season, followed by a good solid showing in basketball as well.
Is up and rolls home. So Ontiveros will inbound it, tosses into Kevin Garcia. Garcia back to Ontiveros, who tries a pass, and it is right into the hands of Lovington to Henson, who lays it up off the right glass. 8 points for Isaac in the ballgame, 52-21. Into the front court, stolen away. Tatum's got ups, but I'm not sure he's got quite enough for that dunk.
Yeah, he certainly gave it a good try, but it's bad when the dunk doesn't happen because that was a for sure layup. You know, he just lost 2 points.
And it energizes the other team a little bit too. Of course, you're up big, but you still want to play well. As another steal as Lovington will come away with it. Jeffrey controls, feeds it to Henson. Then a little backdoor behind the back pass to Matthew Olivas, trailing the play. And it's up and in. Matthew has his first bucket of the ballgame. 54-21, a 15-0 run for Lovington. Ontiveros into the front court to Garcia. Bounce it inside to Ovi Ontiveros. He'll put it high off the glass, not going to fall. And Olivas with the rebound, the 4th for Matthew. Olivas will give it to Jeffrey, who brings it into the offensive zone. He'll go into the high post, put up a little floater, no good, but gets his own rebound and the putback. 4 rebounds and now double-digit points for Jared Jeffrey. Actually, 9 points. I'm sorry. I'm going to learn how to add another steal. That's steal 25, turnover 25 to Sandoval, who will just cruise it on home and up and in. 56-21. I think Lovington has said, okay, let's get this thing to running clock here with 4.5 minutes to go in the third. They up now by running clock time. On to in the left corner, 3 on the way, and that one kisses the glass. No good. Sandoval with his 4th rebound. 10. Fade away 3 from the right wing, and bang! Second three of the ball game. And Lovington up now by 40. Where did that come from? 61-21. I'll bounce it to the free throw line. Ontiveros from the top of the arc, and bang for Jorge Ontiveros. His 3rd tray of the ball game. Sandoval right wing puts up the 3, and bang! Kobe Sandoval's 3rd tray of the ball game. 64-24. We are into the running clock scenario. It's only going to stop for timeouts, the quarter change, and 2-shot fouls. Ontiveros goes in, is partially blocked. It gets his own shot back, and the Ontiveros will get.
Thought they were going to call it on Olivas. He was right there guarding pretty close.
It'll go out, and now they'll send the shuttle squad in. 5 other than Henson. 4 new sets of legs out there for the Wildcats. Inbound to Ontiveros, 3:21 remaining here in the ball game. And Eunice didn't stop the clock. They were supposed to, but that's okay. And so it'll be Woods to control. Bounces in left corner for Martinez. Give it to Ontiveros, and it'll be taken away by Caldillo. Into the Eunice bench. It'll stay Eunice basketball. 3:01 remaining. Again, they stopped the clock, but I think the ref told them it's supposed to be running. So they restarted. Ontiveros almost loses the ball to Mason Enriquez. Goes in, and they're going to say double dribble. Yep, it looked like he picked it up. And so that'll be turnover number 26 for Eunice, and give it back to Lovington, who is up by 40. Well, the Cats looking for a statement. So to Villalobos, to Contreras, to Henson, to Enriquez, and now I think we're going to see just keep away. Nope, as Villalobos will pull the trigger from the left wing. No good, but the rebound brought down by Caldillo. Caldillo, Villalobos left corner this time. It'll be stolen away, it forward. Break it, and up, and Isaac up and in. 9 points in the quarter for Henson. He's got 13 overall. 66-22 in the third. Barrel shoots the dribble, needs, throws it wide open. It's underneath, and he'll bank it home. Julian Woods' first points of the ball game. Lovington lead. Villalobos to Caldillo to Henson. NBA 3 right wing on the way. That one will be short, and it'll be into the hands of Jorge Gomez. That'll be his 3rd rebound. Gomez to Ontiveros, tosses to Martinez in front of his bench. To Gomez in the left post. Now back out Ontiveros, right wing for 3. That one is going to be in and out. Ball loose on the floor. Mad scramble for it. And finally going to be controlled by Enriquez. So Enriquez will bring it back down, and a whistle sounds as Mason lost off of his foot. I think it'll be Eunice basketball in front of the Lovington bench.
Yeah, it was swatted at, I believe it was by Ontiveros.
Ontiveros, yeah, okay. I'm looking down, right, the rebound hound. Didn't quite expect that one. So under a minute play, a 40-point lead for Lovington. They've on fire, and another steal for Joey. He's got 11 points in the ball game. 69-26. 40 seconds remaining here in a fast-moving third. Ontiveros uses up the dribble and throws it right to Tate and Hilliard. Bounce it forward to Enriquez from the right block to Villalobos. Left corner, another 3, and bang again for Villalobos. Villalobos now with 14 points, and it's 72-26. Lovington has come out in fuego in this third quarter. And another steal. That's the 30th turnover. Forward to a breaking Enriquez on the fast break, and up and in for Mason. He's got 5. 10 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Ontiveros to Martinez into the front. Throws into the free throw, and a foul going to be called as Olivas runs through the back of Gomez. His first 6. We're back in 60 on Z94 KZOR. Back here at Joe Langston Gym, fourth quarter starts. Lovington erupts for 35 points in the third quarter. A 35-5 run in that quarter has got this one out of hands, as it'll be an NBA three for Sandoval. It is off the wing, nobody underneath, and it'll be another rebound for Ontiveros. He needs one more rebound to get to a double-double. He's got 14 leads for the Cards. Head fake by Garcia, almost lose the basketball. There to save it is Gomez. Toss it back to Ontiveros, uses up the dribble, throws it inside. Somehow going to be saved by Eunice. Back to Martinez in front of his own bench. Put it to Gomez, then back underneath. That is to Garcia. Garcia working around to Ontiveros. 7.5 to go, and a block foul going to be called on Henson. As Henson blocked him out. That's his first personal, just the second team foul. Clock continues to move. We are into the running clock situation here, 74-26. And it actually becomes running clock completely if Lovington gets another bucket and goes up by 50. And Gomez on a nice little inlet pass, puts it high off the glass and through. 74-28, 7 minutes to go. 3-point for Jeffrey, it's off the iron. And there's the double-double for Jorge Ontiveros, 14 points and 10 boards. To Garcia, but he'll lose the basketball into the hands of Tate and Hilliard. Hilliard to Henson, NBA three right side, and he is going to be fouled. They're going to whistle that one on TJ Martinez. So TJ, that'll be his first personal, second team foul, but it'll be a three-shot foul for Henson. We've seen enough of those go the other way this season. I'm glad we finally get to shoot them.
So 74-28 your score, 6:45 left to play in this game.
Henson's first is up, and it is good. He's got 14 points. Just the second trip to the line tonight for the Wildcats. So Henson gets the first, 75-28 the score. Second on the way. That one will be off the front of the iron. So it'll stay 75-28. So third shot on the way. As Lovington coming in making a statement. Third shot is up and good. He's got 15 points. Clock will restart now with Lovington up by 48. 6:40 to go in the ball game. Full court press is still on, and it'll be stolen away by Hilliard once again. Hilliard to Villalobos, out to Villalobos. He'll give it to Sandoval for three. Top of the key, no good. And coming through and getting his fifth rebound is Jeffrey. Jeffrey will take it himself. Left corner, a three ball on the way, no good. And they're going to say over the back of the backboard, so it'll be Eunice basketball.
Wow. 3 looks there. No baskets for Eunice.
No, there's not.
I mean, for Lovington. Still, I mean, Lovington is up in this one, 76-28.
Yeah, 48-point lead. So Thompson, Eunice is still playing hard, so give those kids a lot of credit.
They are.
As Lovington has come out on fire. Ontiveros bounces into the deep left corner. Three ball on the way. That one will be short. Rebound by Thompson, and he'll get the putback and the foul.
Yeah.
So Thompson will head to the line for the and one. Again, it's just a one-shot foul, so the clock will continue to roll. And they're going to whistle that one on Sandoval, his first personal, third team foul on. So Thompson line, 4 rebounds, 2 points, and the ball to Henson in the right corner. Lovington just coming out, too much firepower. I think maybe they're trying to make that statement that 3 possessions does not a season make, as Jeffrey pulls the 3-point trigger and bang, he got 12 in the ball game. 79-31. Lovington back up by 48. Full court press is on. Ontiveros into the corner. And 3 on the way for Garcia. And he'll put that one down. Bang. 79-34. 4:48 to Sandoval. No look pass to Henson. To Hilliard. To Villalobos. Top of the key for 3. No good. And the rebound by Ontiveros. That's his 11th. Stolen away. That's turnover number 33.
Yes,
and Hilliard will take the 3-point trigger. He'll pull it. No good. And Ontiveros has his 12th rebound. He leads everybody on the glass tonight. Pass to Woods in the right to a backdoor. Thompson get in. So Thompson up and almost stolen away again
by Tate and
Hilliard. No, Hilliard having a whale of a ball game. Clock continues to move. We're under 4 minutes to play in the ball game.
And the starters for Lovington coming off the floor.
And so on to the floor now. Villalobos, Enriquez, Contreras, Olivas, and Caldillo. You've got Ontiveros, Woods, Ortega, Ontiveros and Thompson on the floor for the Cardinals. Bounce it to Ovi at the free throw line. Now to Woods in the right corner. 3 ball on the way. That one is off the glass. Rebound, though, made by the Cards. And a fight for the rebound as it goes out of bounds. As the rebound was made by Ortega, but his putback wouldn't go. Enriquez will get the inbound from Caldillo. Mike Mason to the front court to Michael. To Olivas, to Matthew. There's a lot of M's on the court. Now, there's Joey. There's Javier. He'll pull the three-point ball. No good. Olivas with the rebound. They'll reset as they'll go up for Villalobos, and that one no good. And the rebound by Ontiveros. That's Ovi, his 4th. Feeds it forward. Ooh, almost a travel there to Gomez in the left block. Toss it back, and a little floater for Thompson. No good. And the rebound by Contreras, his 1st. 2:45 to go. Lovington up big, 79-36. And a three-point shot for Olivas, and bang!
How about that?
I wasn't sure I would ever say bang in relation to Matthew Olivas with the three-pointer.
Nice shot.
Yes, it was. To Woods in the right corner, 82-36. Lovington up. And a bad pass, and Enriquez will steal it away. That's turnover number 34. Villalobos to Caldillo from the left side of the arc. No good, and the rebound by Thompson, his 5th. Thompson to a breaking Woods off the right glass and up and in. Nice job by Julius Woods. He's got 4 points in the ball game. And with 2:08 to go in the ball game, it's Lovington 82, Eunice 38. We are back in 30 on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. Back here at Joe Langston Gym in Eunice, the Wildcats up 82-38 over Eunice, trying to prove a point. I mean, it is a 4A to 2A matchup, and so the substitutes coming in for the Wildcats. It will be Lovington basketball out of the timeout, and so it'll be Mason Enriquez to the front court, gives it off, and a three-point shot on the way, and ooh, that one rattles over the backboard. I think an excitement there, that young man, and I feel bad, I do not remember his name. He's the manager, actually, for the Wildcats, has been for a number of years. Olivas to Enriquez. Mason tosses it in, and a three-point shot on the way, and that one will be off of the glass, and the rebound brought down by Ortega. That's his. Ortega would swat it Enriquez to Ontiveros, top of the arc on the way, and down. By number 24 as he will fly it through to the free throw line and back up over the backboard again. I think they're trying to get him a bucket with a minute 15 to go in the ball game. 1:09 to go. It is Eunice basketball, and Eunice going to send their bench players in as well. So Coach Mason B has said, all right, that's enough. So under a minute to go, 82-38. Lovington will improve to 5-6 overall on the year. I still think they ought to make Portales forfeit, so we're 500. So we'll finish up the season at 500. And 3 possessions is the difference, and a nice little inside feed, and Perez puts up a shot, won't fall, and it'll go out of bounds, fighting for the rebound, and it'll stay Eunice basketball. 30 seconds to go as Billy Blevins will inbound it to Martinez. Drive in, push shot up from the right side, and it'll roll home. Martinez 6 points. Fair game for the Cardinals. 82-40. 3-point shot on the way, no good, and Levis to the rebound. Uses the handle on the basketball, somehow gets it back, and it'll throw it away. Seventh turnover, and we'll have a foul. And that
for the basketball there.
That Lovington Wildcats are final 82-40. We'll be back to wrap things up after this. This is Wildcat basketball on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. 40, the final in this one. Taking a quick look at the numbers in this one, we will start with the Eunice. John Taveros game tonight as he finished with 12 rebounds, double for 6 points too. Also in the books, 5 points for Ashton Thompson, 4 points for Julius Woods, and 3 points for Kevin Garcia. 34 rebounds as a team for the Cardinals. They go 3 of 9 from the free throw line and 2 misses. And that's leading rebounds Olivas. Henson.
That for Talis, any team, if you run out of time to be able to make that game up, if it's a cancellation instead of a postponement or a rescheduled game, I think that no matter for whatever reason, COVID or not, it becomes a forfeit. You know, if you're just out of time in the season, well, I think that's just that you should just have to forfeit.
Well, I think so too.
And take that loss and let the other team take the win because you're not giving them a time a chance to go ahead and prove it on the court. So I really disagree with the way that's done, but nobody cares what I think. So
I care.
Well, I appreciate that, but the NMAA certainly
I
doesn't.
bet Evie cares.
So, sure, but the NMAA certainly doesn't. But I'm just it feels bad for them the future as well. You were talking about the double-double that
Ontiveros
says he is a junior, so he'll be back as well. So both of these teams have some forward to, as well as to look on this season. Lovington, it's over. So until Saturday is done and which to play the state tournament, and there's a little glimmer of hope possibly there for them, but realistically.
Yeah, and it's been a great basketball season. Of course, we appreciate the Lovington schools letting us do the video streaming, being their video provider for varsity sports. For me, I've asked plenty of stupid questions, and I've seen him after games. So, just appreciate the Lovington athletic department. Of course, here in Eunice tonight, we also have to say thanks to Coach.
Absolutely.
Of course, Walmart Digital also providing the Eunice stream, so we appreciate her help too.
I
got to throw that out there because Robbie's looking at me. So.
And sponsors all great support to Robert Lovington, athletic director, for all of his time. It seems like too late or too early to text with a question and have him get back to us, and that's always much appreciated as well.
Yes, it is. So we've also thanks to the seniors. It's been a lot of fun. We'll be saying. And also Javier Contreras, Lovington basketball history, even if they don't get to continue. Evie Stuber in studio, engineering and producing. Dawn Morgan, J. Miracle. So long, been listening to Wildcat basketball from Z90 KZ Walmart Digital. Good night, everybody.
So what is it?
Are we clear, Evie?
Yeah, you're clear.
All right, thanks. I'm going to hang up.
Okay.
Bye.
Auto sign in that left corner. Oh, okay.